The cop thing's good.
You know what they need to do is they need to have advisors on these apps that tell you, okay, there is a cop running radar here, but how fast do you have to go for them to pull you over? That's what I want to know, because that varies from state to state. Like I haven't gotten a speeding ticket so long, but I remember sometimes I would. I got pulled over one time going over. I was going like 85 and a 70, and the guy's like, "You know how fast you were going?" It's like, well, yeah, I was going 15 over. Like, is that what we draw the line at here? Because there's a bunch of people going 80. You don't give a fuck about, you know. Yeah, the figuring out where the line is on like, because in some places you go 5 over and that's it. And in a lot of places you go like 10, 15 over, it doesn't matter. And then when you get like 20 or 30 over it, now you're getting your ass busted if a cop sees you. But yeah,
I always try and stay at 9 over. Because I always feel like 9 is like nobody's getting pulled over for going 79 and a 70.
Sometimes I'll make it 14 over. The idea being that, so when a police has a radar gun, sometimes it has an alarm on it and they'll set that to what they give a fuck about. And my guess is they use 10 and 15 as numbers. So if I use 9 and 14 as my numbers, then I'm avoiding problems. That's the theory. It might be full of crap. But
I drive 90 in the city and I use Waze.
90 in the city.
I don't know what the speed limits are, but not like in the city. I mean, like around Atlanta, like on the highways.
I don't even know the speed limits.
I don't. It varies from like 285 to 75.
I drive 90 in the city, and I hope those are speed bumps.
Yeah. And like, don't think that I'm the fastest car ever. Like I've never seen anybody get pulled over in Atlanta for speeding.
How often do you get passed by somebody?
Every 5 minutes, like somebody's flying past me going real fast.
Every 5
if I'm going 90, a motorcycle will pass me going so fast that it looks like that transition from Star Trek where it just goes and like disappears and it makes a noise that's just like boom. It's like tore space time for a second.
Dude, I love those guys. Like when you're on, like if I'm on Highway 70, like just going straight towards like Kansas City, and some guy on a bike blasts past me going 40 over. It's like, you are a king. Thank you so much. Because now I can accelerate to like 30 over and just draft behind you. And eventually he'll lose me. But like I get, a couple dozen miles.
They're the canary in the coal mine. Because as long as they're ahead of you going fast enough, you're not getting pulled over.
Yeah, we do that on our, like every so often. On our bikes, we like to go fast. And if a bait car goes by, we do just what you said. Follow him.
Yeah. I think everybody does that. Like if I'm going 85, I'm like, all right, let's keep an eye out. This isn't too fast, but I could get pulled over. But if somebody passes me going 90, I'm like, follow the leader.
That's a pretty fast fight, Kyle. Are you comfortable going like over 80 and such now?
Well, I noticed that over 80, I call that Mr. Freeze because I think it gets down to about negative. Where's absolute zero?
It's 0 Kelvin.
Do I need to go? Did I do this in Kelvin? I usually keep it. I usually stay off the interstate, especially recently because it's so fucking cold, and I've yet to buy winter gear. So I just throw a leather jacket over my like riding stuff, and throw on like some like sweatpants under my riding pants, and fucking go. But I don't ride for very long, like maybe an hour. And when I get back, I shoot.
I'm glad you're still liking it so much.
It's fun. It's so fast. Like I like just being able to like zip around and like use acceleration at like low speeds. I really don't enjoy going like super fast or anything. I just like cruising around and being lazy on it.
Yeah, seeing how much fun you guys have on your motorcycles, like it's one of those things that I want to do it. Like I don't want a motorcycle and I don't want to ride one, but I want it. Like because it looks so much fun.
It's kind of like having a superpower. Like you're not faster than every car, right? I think Teslas are faster, and there's a few and far between. But gosh, it's weird that acceleration can be a safety feature. When you want to get away from what's happening nearby, it's a twist of the wrist. And on my bigger bike, good gosh, it keeps accelerating for so long. If you're going 90 and you want to go 115, that's quick. Yeah. If I'm going 90 in my truck and I floor it, you probably won't notice, and it has 400 horsepower.
Yeah,
and at 105, it's limited. That's as quick as it goes.
Oh, that's lame.
I'm interested.
I guess. How often are you going 110 in your truck?
I really only it indicated 106, but
Home Depot's having a sale.
Wanted to see
although you did find out, so
yeah. But on the bike though, like good. I was like, is it really lurch forward at 90? Let's try it right now and see what's up. Yeah, it does. You twist your wrist at 90 and like it pulls you back.
Yeah, that power to weight ratio can't be matched by anything outside of a motorcycle. It's pretty wild. It's fun. It's scary too. Like I scare myself every week. I mean, something happens.
Well, no accidents yet. You're doing good. You had the one.
That's not the first day.
Okay. The bike tipping over. That's not really an accident.
Yeah, that's what happened. I just tipped it over a little.
Yeah, just tipped it over. Just
We weren't in traffic.
Just a
Have you
tip
had
it.
any other? You haven't shared them. Have you had any other incidents that were like drop the bike at all?
I've like entered some curves incorrectly, and had to like maneuver out of that. But I stayed on the fucking road, and the bike hasn't fallen over. Like,
Okay.
Some I entered too slow, and some too fast. And just
Have you ever had this feeling where like you enter a curve quicker than you should have, and you probably know intellectually that your bike is capable of making this curve. If you took an expert rider, put him in that situation, he'd handle it masterfully. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, you feel like you can't ask it to turn that fast. Mm. So you go straight and lock up the brakes or something instead. Like, has that ever happened to you?
I think they really drilled it into us in that thing that like the bike will just do so much more than you think. And even on those shitty bikes at low speeds, I was always shocked at just how far I could lay it over. So I've had to lay mine over like a lot farther than I wanted to before, and it just stuck. And I really try to avoid that because it's scary as fuck. But what I've also tried to do is like get it into my head that it's like it's a better wreck if I lay over too far than if I and ride off to where bikes aren't supposed to go. Like, who knows what that means? If it's a guardrail, a house, a yard, a barbed wire fucking fence,
ditch.
Like any of that shit would be gruesome.
Yeah. Cool.
No, but it's fucking scary at times.
I'm excited to see what your next